took forever to get an interview with the mastermind behind the marketing campaign, the incredible marketing campaign, I might say, for Floki Eino. So we talked around 3 a.m. his time. He was very tired, super tired, but shared some insightful facts and exclusive announcements as well. Before we get into it, this channel is sponsored by Eiڤست, a trading platform mainly for the Middle East and North Africa, dealing currencies, stocks, indexes, as well as special Eiڤest funds. There are always lots of promotions and demo account for free, and also a 20% bonus on your initial deposit. So the link is down in the description if you wanted more information. I have to admit, I am really impressed by this guy's work on Floki Eino and an ongoing campaign that seems to be everywhere now, which eventually led to be listed in many exchanges in a record time, and partnership with people like Elon Musk and the world heavyweight champ Tyson Fury, and many other unique partnerships. Anyway, I asked Saber about his background and his involvement with Floki Eino.
Hello Ahmed, thanks for having me, by the way, on your fantastic channel. My background, ex-forces, turned entrepreneur. I brought in electronic cigarettes into Europe and the UK. I very quickly found that there was a defect within the way they were built. I rectified that defect and sold the idea, if you like. I have an online team and a team on ground for various businesses of mine. I'm based in England, UK. Floki, I was in Floki at the very beginning, part of the furniture, so to speak. A team was being formed. I suppose there's no other way but to put it like this. It was crypto's equivalent of the Avengers assembling. What I mean by this is that we were doing our own thing within the project, and we kind of found each other. There's B and Mr. B and an extended team which are essentially assist us with directing the project. Yeah, this is basically where we are. What we were left with was an incredible community that came through something that I don't think has happened in the crypto space before.
I also asked him about how important is marketing for a meme coin and Floki Eino specifically.
The marketing we are doing is extremely important because we want to bring awareness to our project, basically. And we are doing that via conventional means and somewhat unconventional means. And the way that I'm approaching the marketing essentially is to concentrate on areas around the world where most of the largest projects are what I would consider to be relatively asleep. This has been made extremely evident by the attention that we have been receiving in certain areas of the world, no more so than London in the UK. This is basically the beginning of this planned strategic moves that we're making. So yeah, there's lots to come.
So I went on and asked him about the reports about taking Floki Eino signs down in London. He shared the facts with us about that, and he said,
people think that the signs were taken down in London from the sensationalized reports, but in actual fact the signs were never taken down. The advert simply came to an end of our contract, or our initial contracted run anyway, and that's basically it. So what's happened is that we have been contacted by the ASA, which is the Advertising Standards Agency, because there was complaints received about our adverts. Now anybody can make a complaint about any advert, to be honest with you, and the ASA can then choose to investigate. Now, what you will find, like anything, is that there are entities that do not want the control to be in the hands of people like you and I, and they will attempt to stop us from gaining that control. Now, this is not something that will work with us because we were actually legally cleared anyway on those adverts. We actually are going to be launching an even more aggressive campaign in London, which we are really looking forward to. And we will still continue to have our lawyers in communications to make sure that we are doing everything right and we are complying legally, as we were anyway, because our adverts were initially cleared anyhow. So we have absolutely no concerns on that front. And we're actually looking forward to creating more waves of our marketing.
Then we went into the sports sponsorships and the partnership with sports personalities such as Tyson Fury. Football clubs such as the announcement of Cadiz in Spain, a La Liga team, and one of the biggest clubs in India, FC Goa, which is like, India is a huge market, and if there were more to come.
The sponsorships with the sports teams, I feel is, from a branding perspective, extremely important because of where we are actually marketing. We are in areas of the world that are often ignored. I'm not quite sure why they're ignored, because the results of this marketing will come to fruition and people will see very shortly what that's going to achieve. In actual fact, it's already been achieving because of where we are, but we are actually in an infancy stage still, because, you know, in terms of my marketing team, we've only been involved just shy of 3 months, and what we have achieved in 3 months is pretty unheard of, to be honest. What we have done with our team in this project is pretty substantial when you compare to any other projects out there at the moment. And we have some real big things coming, actually. We do have some of the world's biggest teams that we are in discussions with. So we are extremely excited for the future, because we essentially stand for the people. We are considered as a people's movement, and we are trying to make as much change in the world as we can.
So the question that I always wonder about, why are cryptocurrencies, the teams behind those cryptocurrencies are anonymous?
The reason most teams, I feel, are anonymous, shall we say, in crypto, is because crypto is a volatile market. And if you're new to that type of volatility that comes with crypto, it can be extremely stressful. And what you will find is that people who are under extreme levels of stress can often act a certain way, and I feel that's probably largely why people do not want to have to put themselves up in the firing line. I guess most projects in the crypto space are experimental. Most, unfortunately, are scams, whether that's short-term, medium-term, possibly even long-term scams. I also feel that there are some very genuine projects that have, I suppose, anonymous teams. But then there are large corporations where, many members who are perhaps shareholders you may not know of. you may not hear of. And our team, in fact, is not anonymous. We actually have some key members who are doxed, from our dev to a doctor on the team, to a number of, we have a number of high-level personnel, from ex-attorneys to some extremely creative people in our core. So our team, in actual fact, is not completely anonymous.
Since this coin is based on a Elon Musk tweet, I didn't pass the opportunity to ask him if he talked to Mr. Elon Musk himself. But I guess his answer was a little bit ambiguous.
Have I spoken to Elon? What I would say is that the Musk family is an extremely genuine household who are trying to do some great things for changing the world, which, to tell you the truth, resonates with our team, our core team. It's general discussions that myself, B, and Mr. B have when it comes to what we see the future vision. And our future vision is to take this extremely powerful community and this tool that we have, this utility of an alien project, and make some real change in the world. And so what I would say, without divulging too much information, out of respect, is that the Musk family is an extremely genuine, sincere family that want to make some positive change. I don't believe for a second that they would do anything that would be detrimental to anyone, to tell you the truth. The Million Gardens movement is something which is a fantastic project. Kimball Musk, Elon Musk's brother, obviously, is somebody who I feel does not get enough credit for what he has been trying to achieve with MGM, and they are a fantastic bunch of people. So it's you can only you don't need to be an astronaut to see what they're trying to achieve.
So a lot of my followers ask me about the future of Floki, and they ask me the question is it too late to buy, for example? I left this question for Saber to answer.
I feel the future is huge for Floki. We are still in such an early phase, infancy phase, to tell you the truth, as far as our ecosystem goes, as far as the exchanges that we are on. So there is so much to come, so much utility that we already have, but nothing does not even scratch the surface in terms of what we are going to be bringing. We are already looking into building more schools into the future and making a change just because we can, and because it's something that's close to the hearts of this team. And this is not some kind of publicity stunt or anything like that. It's just that we genuinely want to be able to give back, and this is something that actually resonates with partners that we are with, including Tyson Fury, including all the teams that we have announced, to those that we are going to be announcing. It's just great to be able to have the opportunity to make change in the world, and we cannot wait. So for me, the only way for us is up, because there's going to be so many more investors who are going to learn of Floki, and there's going to be so many more opportunities to buy Floki as we onboard more exchanges. There are more exchanges on the way. So where we are right now is incredibly early, and we're looking forward to some amazing partnerships and amazing opportunities to move forward with this incredible community that we have. So we can't wait. Yeah, the future's bright. The future is with Floki.
So later on, I tried to, push him to get more exclusive news about Floki, about their campaign, and he did tell me.
Okay, I have an exclusive for you and your fantastic audience. We have partnered with SSC Napoli in Italy. Napoli is obviously one of the best teams in world football, and I hope that this excites your audience as much as I feel it's going to excite those in Europe and the rest of the world. And this is just one of a number of powerful strategic partnerships that we will be bringing.
So there you have it. Saber, the marketing director for Floki, giving us his thoughts about the past, about the present, and the future for Floki. There will be a draw on the comments. Any comment, one per account, of course, for this episode, and I'll pin the name of the winner here. They have 48 hours to reply and DM me on my Twitter. I'll do the draw live on my Instagram a couple of days from now, so follow me there. So if you're a Floki Viking, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you're not a Viking, I'm wondering what are you thinking?
دعونا نتشارك المعلومات عن الأسهم الرابحة، فالتداول أكثر متعة مع الأصدقاء. قم بدعوة أصدقائك للانضمام إلى إيڤست، واحصل على مكافأة قدرها $100 مقابل كل صديق يفتح حساباً جديداً للتداول. هذه هي خطوات الحصول على مكافأة برنامج الإحالة التي تبلغ قيمتها $100. قم بتسجيل دخولك إلى إيڤست، واذهب إلى لوحة التحكم الخاصة بك، ثم اضغط على علامة قسم العملاء. بعد ذلك انسخ رابط الإحالة وارسله إلى أصدقائك. ستحصل على $100 مخصصة للتداول مقابل كل صديق يفتح حساباً جديداً مع إيڤست ويبدأ بالتداول. في إيڤست التداول أكثر متعة مع الأصدقاء.